Cleopatra the Seventh, Part 2, read by historian and lecturer guide Bassam El Shammaa. We were talking about how she looked like, and we were talking about her hair in the melon style, almond shaped eyes, large prominent nose, full lips in some cases, and hooked nose with a pointed chin and masculine face. Of course, William Shakespeare, in his play Antony and Cleopatra, wrote, "Age cannot wither her, nor custom stall her infinite variety." So that is how William Shakespeare looked upon her. But of course, we cannot take William Shakespeare at all as a historical source. Her father, Ptolemy XII Euletus, the flutist, played the flute, was a terrible ruler, was a failure ruler. He loved music, and he loved his daughter, Cleopatra the Seventh. She was daddy's girl, nicknamed Cleopatra Philpator. She who loves her father. We all know, for example, that Berenice or Berenice or Berenique, her elder sister, Cleopatra the Seventh's elder sister, was to be queen, but she died before that. Cleopatra the Seventh was 18 when her father died, 51 years BC. She was fluent in Egyptian language without the need for an interpreter, and that probably made her a good politician as well as a smart negotiator. This kind of feature, that she was well acquainted and fluent in Egyptian language, was very rare among Ptolemies as rulers. Cassius Dio, the famous historian, said, "No sooner did Caesar see her and hear her speak that he was immediately fascinated." This sentence from Cassius Dio is giving us the impression that one of the features of her attractive character was the way how she spoke, or the information that she said and told, and probably the tone of her voice as well. Apart from her very dramatic Machiavellian character, she was a fun girl as well. She liked playing dice. She liked hunting. One of her hobbies with Marcus Antonius was to go out in the streets of Alexandria at night, incognito, and they would enjoy some pranks on the Alexandrians in the streets. And that's a pretty strange game to me. Anyways, some of these informations actually is pretty amazing. And I would like to say that because her mother was not known and still not known to us, it is very hard to say who Ptolemy the 12th married to actually bring Cleopatra the 7th, knowing, of course, that he himself was born out of wedlock. He was an illegal son, Ptolemy the 12th. She had to put beside her on the throne of Egypt her brother, Ptolemy the 13th, and then her brother, Ptolemy the 14th. Ptolemus is the way how the name or this title is pronounced. Ptolemus, not Bathlemios and not Batlaimos, or not Ptolemy. The way how I pronounced it at the beginning is from the hieroglyphic cartouches, which were depicted on the walls of the temples. How did she die? Some historians would tell you she committed suicide by an asp snake, ASP, asp, some kind also of a cobra snake, Egyptian cobra. Some others will tell you she used the snakes to make 2 holes and then she poured poison that she would have kept with her. Others will tell you that she had poison in her comb for her hair. And others will tell you that she was killed and she did not commit suicide. I'm one of the historians who would subscribe to the last theory, that she was actually killed by the Romans. Her body was either burned, cut, thrown into the sea, the desert, anywhere, but not to survive. That's my theory, or the theory that I believe in. The Romans wouldn't have left the mummy of Cleopatra the 7th to enjoy an afterlife. They wouldn't let her enjoy any fame by huge temples and statues. Hence the destruction and the rarity of her depicted scenes. The largest scene of Cleopatra depicted on a wall in the world is in the Temple of Dendera in the Qina Governorate. She's depicted in the Temple of Hathor, the female deity of love, music, and beauty. She's depicted with her son, Caesarion, that she wanted him to be the throne owner, a son that she got from Julius Caesar, and she would give him the title Ptolemy as well. Ptolemus. Her name is depicted in cartouches, some of which is on the wall of the temple of Dendera. So what I'm saying here is, as Bassam El Shammaa, I say we are not going to find a tomb for Cleopatra the 7th, and we are not going to find a mummy for Cleopatra the 7th. The reason? The Romans would have destroyed them due to the reasons I mentioned before. I hope you enjoyed some of the info. I am Bassam El Shammaa.